So starting off our list at number 10 today, we have Lea Michele. It seems like Lea Michele just can't catch a break as she has had to face quite a lot of controversy over the years, be it her rumored and unverified reading struggles or the bullying allegations she faced for her on-set behavior. But the latest thing social media has been talking about has more to do with her appearance, as her face looks thinner and more sculpted, and it's a completely different shape altogether. She's definitely not the same girl we all saw walking through the halls on Glee, which makes you wonder, has Lea Michele had buccal fat removal surgery done? Lately, it seems like the actress's fans are convinced that she is one of the latest celebs to jump on this increasingly popular trend, and fans have even pointed out that the star looks a lot like Stan from American Dad. But lately, it seems like there isn't one soul in Hollywood that hasn't had any type of procedure done to their face, and then these women become the ones that preach about how we should be the ones loving our authentic selves when they aren't even authentic themselves. Number 9. Chrissy Teigen. So unless you're a plastic surgeon or you religiously follow Chrissy Teigen, which seems to be very few people at this point today, then you may have never heard about buccal fat removal. So the procedure involves removing the fat from your cheeks to create a more contoured face so you can see your cheekbones more. And it seems like today the procedure is becoming increasingly popular. Back in 2021, Chrissy would head to her Instagram story to talk about her new changed look when she said, "I did the Dr. Diamond buccal fat removal thing here, and since I quit drinking, I'm really seeing the results and I like it." The star then went on to know that she did what she had to do and that she had no shame in her game. And then she went on to tag Dr. Diamond in the clip. While Chrissy has long been candid about her cosmetic procedures and surgeries, this had to be the weirdest one yet, as the surgery just doesn't really look good on anyone.
Hey my little peaches, are you liking this video so far? If so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel.
Well, kicking it back off to our list, at number 8 we have Bella Hadid. Now, the real question many of us have been debating is, has Bella Hadid had buccal fat removal done, or has she simply just grown into her looks over the years? And if you're thinking what I'm thinking, then you must be convinced that this star has in fact had the procedure done. And if you don't, just hear me out for a quick second. I might just change your mind. So if you compare Bella now to when she was younger, you will see that she definitely has a little more fluff between the lower portion of her cheekbone and her mid-jaw area. And now it's just looking a little more chiseled, which adds even more flame to the rumor is that if you have buccal fat removal done, this tends to be the area where the fat is removed from. While the procedure may have made some improvements to her face as it exposed her cheekbones in V-line, it's also made her face look a little too narrow to the point when she is standing next to other models, her new look actually looks quite bad. So it does go on to prove that not everyone will get big improvements when they have this procedure done. Number 7, Anya Taylor-Joy. With buccal fat removal surgery taking Hollywood by the storm, it's been said that this procedure is likely to have one major side effect that may put you a bit off, as it seems to add 10 years to your age. To celebrities who have been trying this new trend, this proves it. Among the stars to have allegedly had this procedure done is Anya Taylor-Joy, and before you even think about having this procedure done, you might just want to use Anya as a reference to why you shouldn't get this procedure done, as the procedure has left her face looking a little more tragic than it should at her age. So before she got the procedure done, Anya actually had a pretty attractive face, and she honestly didn't need to have this procedure done, but now she looks much older than she did before. And the most concerning part is that she was only in her 20s. Also, with this procedure being so new still, 20 years, there could be complications with droopy skin, and there might not be a way to reverse this procedure once you get it done. Number 6, Dove Cameron. It seems like a surprising number of teenagers and young adults lately are seeking out facial cosmetic procedures, and among the celebrities that seem to be part of these people is Dove Cameron. While Dove first caught everyone's attention due to her flawless complexion, on, we all came to love her big eyes, long lashes, plump lips, and this cute little tiny button nose. And before she went from blonde to brunette, she was actually like a real-life Barbie doll. But now that the actress has changed it, it makes you wonder if it's all the hair and makeup, or has she just enhanced her facial features? And if you take a look at photos from when she first entered the entertainment scene to today, it appears that her overall look has changed, as there is now more projection to her cheeks and her chin, and there is a much bigger distance from her lashes to her eyebrows. While the star has never gone on record to admit any of the rumors that surround her new look, it's not really shocking to why there are so many younger people seeking out cosmetic procedures more than ever before. Number 5, Zoe Kravitz. Over the years, Zoe Kravitz's looks have changed to the point it has been suspected not only has she had a nose job, lip filler, cheek filler, chin implants, and a ponytail facelift, but fans are also suspecting that the star has also had buccal fat removal, as she looks very different from what she used to when she was younger. While Zoe has never admitted to having plastic surgery done, her looks have changed too much to say she hasn't. While some people have claimed that she has inherited her looks from her mother and that there's natural differences in her face from her age, others will tell you to touch some grass because she's obviously had procedures done to look the way she looks today. With Zoe's cheekbones now looking very sharp and defined, her cheekbones look nothing like they used to when she was younger, as she now has this hollow right before her elevated cheeks. And while you may believe this is just part of the aging process, as she lost her baby fat, her cheeks have changed so drastically in a short period of time that this is an indication that the star has had some work done. Number 4, Iggy Azalea. While Iggy has previously admitted to undergoing cosmetic surgeries in the past, her new striking appearance may be results of further cosmetic procedures. Back in 2018, a leading Beverly Hills plastic surgeon named Dr. Randall Haworth told Daily Mail Australia that he believed the rapper could have had some more additional changes done to her face to give her a new chiseled look. While majority of her results have been beautiful, don't get me wrong, it's clear that she has transformed her face over the years with not only a chin augmentation, jawline contouring, a slight brow lift, and cheek filler, but she has also had buccal fat removal done. While the star hasn't talked about all the plastic surgery she could have done, she has once said people should be more accepting to the fact that both famous and non-famous women are having cosmetic procedures. That's just reality, and I think more people need to admit that so it doesn't have to be so taboo when we're all doing it anyways. She then went on to note that she too has changed her appearance and that there's always going to be people that dislike you for that matter. But as long as you like it, you like it. That's all that matters, right? Number 3, Khloe Kardashian. The Kardashian-Jenner clan has long been linked to plastic surgery, but recently Khloe has been slammed with never-ending Instagram trolls who have accused the star of having butt implants, nose jobs, despite denying most of the claims. It's kind of hard not to talk about her never-ending changing appearance throughout the years. Back in 2022, even a board-certified plastic surgeon named Dr. Anthony Yoon would speak to The Sun about Khloe's alleged plastic surgery, where he would explain, "I also think she may have had her lips done, most likely injected with filler." Anthony then went on to note that he also believed Khloe had a brow lift to lift her brows up and buccal fat removal done to make her face appear slimmer. Her face overall looks more narrow. That could be due to buccal fat removal and injections of Botox to her jaw muscles that basically can help narrow the jawline. While the Good American founder has said she is offended that people think she has had so much work done, but what's really baffling is that her and her family still think that they can create such false realities around their looks. Number 2, Sophie Turner. So back in January, Sophie Turner's before and after photos would hint that the actress has undergone buccal fat removal just like the rest of the celebrities on this list today. While buccal fat removal has become the latest trend among Hollywood stars, her face has been looking a little more defined in recent pics as the trend among celebrities is becoming viral. While the surgery has been around for the last 50 years, it's only started to go viral on social media recently. Sophie's appearance has changed since she appeared on Games of Thrones, and it's clear in her recent pictures her face appears to be a little more more chiseled than it did before. And while you may think this was achieved by contouring or Photoshop, her face is just a little too chiseled to suggest that she didn't have this procedure done, because she did. And coming in number 1 today, we have Sarah Hyland. It seems like social media users are now also suspecting that actress Sarah Hyland, most known for her role in Modern Family, has recently undergone a procedure to remove her buccal fat pads, as her face has changed quite a bit, and she's completely lost her plump and round cheeks. While people have claimed that there's a reason why her face looked a little more swollen than usual on season 8 of Modern Family because of her health complications, her face does look a little more sharper today. And while the star could just be doing a few tricks models have done over the years to make her lips look fuller and her cheeks look more defined, she could also be sucking in her cheekbones for photos, but honestly, it's probably just safe to say that she had the procedure done because it's unrealistic and it's clear that the war against buccal fat remover wages on, and Sarah's new look has nothing to do with just weight loss, aging, and health complications.
Coming at number 10, we have Lindsay Lohan. Lindsay Lohan has been looking pretty different in the new glamorous snaps that she's been sharing to her social media pages. While the 36-year-old has made a long-awaited return to showbiz with a new podcast, and she's even signed a deal with Netflix, her new photos have us all wondering, is this really Lindsay Lohan we're seeing? Lindsay first rose to fame as a child star in the hit Disney remakes like The Parent Trap and Freaky Friday, and she eventually landed roles in Herbie Fully Loaded and Mean Girls. Between 2007 and 2012, Lindsay was known to keep gossip magazines alive as she made headlines for a series of under-the-influence decisions. After a troubled few years, it seems like the star spent some time away from America to live in countries like Greece, and she's starting to make a comeback in film, which is actually pretty exciting to see. With Irish Wish dropping sometime this year, I think we can all agree her recent Christmas movie, Falling for Christmas, was a success. However, in the first shots, she looked completely unrecognizable. While Lindsay hasn't appeared in film for a while, with Irish Wish coming soon, it's a major sign that this could be the start of her return, and I'm honestly living for it. Number 9, Selena Gomez. Selena Gomez has been in the spotlight since her early childhood, and with it comes a natural evolution over the last couple of years. Don't get me wrong, the actor has always been stunning and multi-talented, and we watched her firmly step into who she is today. However, she isn't the same little girl we grew to know on the Disney hit series Wizard of Waverly Place. Gomez, who is known for her comforting charm and calming energy, has been stepping out of her comfort zone lately, and she looks nothing like the brunette self she used to be, as she's ditched the blonde hair and she's opted to go back to a more natural approach. Recently, Selena was spotted showing off her stunning figure when she was spending some time with some friends in Mexico. While the star was spotted wearing a white bandeau top and black bikini bottoms, fans were quick to point out that Selena has recently been rocking some stunning curves. While it was only natural we would see Selena grow into a total rocket, she's proved that with age, she's only becoming more stunning as time goes on. And even though she might not be as recognizable as she used to be, she's healthy and she's thriving, and that's all that matters. Hey my little peaches, are you enjoying this video so far? If so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Coming in number 8, we have Demi Lovato. So Demi Lovato looks completely unrecognizable compared to her days on the Disney Channel. While the star has been in recovery from an eating disorder after she shared this information last year, she accidentally lost a lot of weight when she got caught up following diet culture. With Demi's life being full of ups and downs over the last few years, the actress has managed to overcome traumatic experiences and has decided to start from scratch. However, her followers have been a little worried about her. After she claimed she was abducted by aliens in 2021, Demi has set off alarms about her mental health, and she even has a huge black tarantula tattooed on her head. While the star has fluctuated with losing and gaining weight at high speeds, internet users have started to relate Demi's current situation as a possible emotional crisis. After leaving the mental health center, Demi has chosen to rock a shorter hairstyle, and she's even been photographed rocking gothic outfits, which are given the media a lot to talk about, as social media users assure that she looks completely unrecognizable. Number 7, Britney Spears. Britney Spears fans for years have been left feeling distraught after learning what the star has had to face over the last decade, and when Ellen took to Instagram to show a stunning throwback clip of the pop star in December, fans were quick to point out that she looks completely unrecognizable today. Although the post was meant to be a sweet birthday tribute to Britney, fans couldn't help but reminisce on the icon's natural beauty before before she faced her downward spiral. Seeing the Toxic Singer's 2003 appearance on Ellen's show also caused social media users to rethink Britney's current mental health status, as the singer they know is completely unrecognizable in comparison to the blonde babe that sat beside the famed talk show host when she was only 19 years old. The stunned admirers couldn't believe that the pureness Spears portrayed during her first appearance on the show, which aired 4 years before the 41-year-old infamously shaved her head. Even though the mother of two recently broke free from being under her father's hands for 13 years in an attempt to retake control of her life, fans have remained worried it isn't her behind the camera. And even if she is the same person physically, many social media users believe emotional damage might be too deep to repair. Seeing Britney's images now has made a lot of fans really sad, as her teeth now look different, she's lost her accent, and fans have even claimed that she just looks tired and sounds sad. Number 6, Drew Barrymore. Drew Barrymore has seriously been switching things up. While the star has always donned impressively styled outfits, she clearly has a distinct style she likes to stick to. Now lately it seems like Drew is definitely ramping things up, as she recently revealed a stunning transformation that even left her hair unrecognizable. It's clear that Drew definitely cleans up nice, and when she went under a full makeover on the Drew Barrymore show, her hairdresser, Chris Appleton, would post a picture of the final results, and it would show Drew rocking glowing makeup and hair extensions. So Drew looks so different thanks to Charlotte Tilbury and Chris, and fans were quick to race to the comment section to hype up how Drew looked. But they also pointed out for a few good seconds, it was really hard to tell it was her. Drew looks were pretty similar to a combination of Jennifer Lopez and the Kardashians. While Chris is a renowned celebrity hairstylist with clients that include Kim and J-Lo, and Charlotte Tilbury's celebrity list includes the Skims founder and Penelope Cruz, makes sense because Drew looked completely stunning. While Drew does look beautiful both ways, she always knows how to make heads turn when she enters a room with full makeup on. Number 5, Miley Cyrus. Over the last decade, Miley continues to confuse fans with her unrecognizable looks. When she appeared on Jimmy Fallon's show back in November, after a few photos were shared to Instagram, a few people were quick to point out that her teeth and the shape of her face looked different. While the star was stunning in her black leather outfit and blue shirt, she rocked a blonde wavy hairdo and left some of her dark brunette roots showing. While Miley was on the show to promote her NBC special Miley's New Year's Eve party, which she was co-hosting alongside her godmother Dolly Parton, fans would debate on whether the singer had undergone some cosmetic treatments or not. However, there were also a number of comments saying Miley looked like her mom, Tish Cyrus, and others have even compared her to Madonna. Also, did you see some of the videos circulating from Miley's New Year's Eve party? Because the star looked once again unrecognizable, sporting blonde hair with black underneath, and many of her outfits were just stunning. Honestly, Miley's become this blonde bombshell with tattoos, and her performance with Fletcher still has me believing it was all just a dream. I honestly like this new side of Miley, and I can't wait to see more. Number 4, Noah Cyrus. Honestly, I didn't even know Miley had a little sister until she started dating Little Xan years ago, but it seems like now I barely even recognize her, as every time she posts a new photo on Instagram, she looks completely unrecognizable. While the star has been back in the room making some new music, her latest posts show her sporting a more daring look that I don't think many would try. Most fans have been questioning where her eyebrows have gone. Noah Cyrus is one of the latest celebrities to try out the new bleached eyebrow trend. While she said the trend definitely caused her some pain, she still seems to be doing it. In addition to her newly invisible eyebrows, she's also been sporting a really dark, spooky makeup look. And it's clear by removing her eyebrows, Noah isn't scared to explore extremes when it comes to accentuating her face. And while the star may think it's a good idea, it leaves me to ask when we might see this trend stop, because I'm tired of seeing celebrities constantly testing out this new brow method, and it leaves them looking a little scary to look at. And while fans have pointed out Noah's extraterrestrial look, she does look good, I'll admit that. Number 3, Alexa Ray Joel. Alexa Ray Joel is a singer and a pianist famously known for her performances at numerous charity events and New York City fashion events. Being the daughter of Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Billy Joel and model Christy Brinkley, it was only natural that Alexa would be willing to try some daring looks. However, Alexa has been leaving fans stunned with her new look as she sparks some plastic surgery rumors. While in the past Alexa has admitted to getting a nose job, she continues to deny that she has gone under the knife again. While Alexa has come to deny all the rumors by saying it's absolutely hysterical that people are comparing her photos to when she was 13 to now, as we know she would naturally look different as it's called growing up, there's still something about her new look that remains to make her look like she is unrecognizable than she usually does, and it's clear that the star is doing something because she continues to change her looks drastically every year, and there's no denying that, but either way there's nothing wrong with it as she looks stunning. Number 2, Angus T. Jones. So more than 7 years after the stars of 2.5 Men signed off on their hit sitcom show, there have been new sightings of Angus T. Jones, and honestly, looks completely unrecognizable. While the actor did famously play the youngest member of the trio, we did know he wasn't going to stay young forever, and he was going to grow up at some point. However, Angus' looks have changed so much that you might not even notice who he was if I didn't point it out. While lately Angus has been sporting a full beard covering his lower half of his face, he dresses casually in t-shirts, shorts, and beanie hats, and every now and then you can see the actor walking down the street in his bare feet. Fans have since been seeing a lot less of Jones since he stepped away from the show. That made him a household name. However, since he was 21 by the time he made an appearance on the 2015 finale after exiting the series after being publicly criticized, none of us thought Angus would change his look so much. While he definitely seems to be a simple man, it's kind of concerning that he thinks it's safe to walk around on the streets with no shoes on. With it being nearly years since we last spotted him in public, he's definitely one of those celebrities we didn't expect to change so fast. Coming in number 1 today, we have Lil' Kim. So 47-year-old rapper Lil' Kim has been a figure in the music industry for over 20 years, and she has served us a series of iconic looks both on and off the stage. However, lately it's clear that the star has undergone some big changes since she broke out in the scene in the mid-90s. The Grammy-winning rapper looks almost completely unrecognizable, while the star has been rocking a dramatically different hairstyle, skin tone, and face shape from the original Kim fans all know and love. Her evolution is kinda scary to watch. Now, we all know Kim has never been the one to steer clear of a bold look as she's experimented with wigs, color contacts, and lip liner. She's pretty much known and celebrated for being a regular beauty daredevil, but her recent transformations have been a little too unsettling to watch. While plastic surgery rumors have been swirling around, it's clear that her skin has gotten noticeably fairer, her nose is pointier, her cheekbones are higher, and her hair is increasingly a lighter shade of blonde. While fans are definitely concerned as Kim has been changing her skin tone when she already looks stunning, it's kinda sad that the star even stated that the reason she's changed her look so much is because guys were cheating on her with European-looking women.
At number 10, Kylie Jenner. Though there are plenty of other celebrities who have gotten lots of plastic surgery done, Kylie Jenner is one of the first people you might think of when it comes to having a drastically different look. If you compare what she looked like when she was younger to the way she looks now, you can see that there is a drastic change, and it's not all chalked up to the fact that she's gotten older. The one procedure that she's known for having is her lip filler. She became the it girl when it came to the big lip trend, and it even got so intense that people were trying to imitate her large lips by creating the Kylie Jenner lip challenge. She had the filler dissolve for a brief time after the birth of her daughter Stormy, but that natural phase didn't last too long. On top of her lip filler, there has been speculation and theories around what other procedures she had done, though she only admits to ever getting fillers. It is also believed that she has gotten work to her body to achieve the curves that she has, like her Kardashian sisters. On top of body modifications, Kylie is also known for wearing wigs most of the time. Though this might not be considered plastic, it isn't her natural hair, and since it's something about her appearance that she continues to customize, I think it sort of counts. A lot of people idolize Kylie for her looks, and a lot of people want to imitate her appearance, which can be detrimental to a lot of people's self-esteem. At number 9, The Weeknd. There was a period of time early this year when the public thought singer The Weeknd did the unthinkable and changed his entire appearance.
appearance. This started when the singer was seen walking the red carpet at a couple music awards wearing bandages around his face and looking bruised as though he had just recently undergone cosmetic surgery. This speculation was heightened when he posted a photo to his social media showing his new look, as his face looked drastically different. Though we all thought that he had gotten some serious plastic surgery for a moment there, it turned out to all be just a publicity stunt to promote his newest album, After Hours. The album follows a narrative of a man's slow descent into madness while, quote, chasing excess and happiness in all the wrong places, end quote. In an interview, the singer elaborated on the stunt, saying, quote, the significance of the entire head bandages is reflecting on the absurd culture of Hollywood celebrity and people manipulating themselves for superficial reasons to please and be validated, end quote. He looked like he had just turned himself into plastic, but it wasn't real, and it was all just a take on how Hollywood turns people into plastic mannequins, and he wanted to expose this. Now, before I carry on with the video, I would like to ask you guys to consider leaving a like on this video if you're enjoying it so far, and also head on over to my gaming channel, Viper Girl, if you're interested in watching some fun gameplay as well. At number 8, Amanda Lepore. There are a lot of celebrities out there who try to hide the procedures they've had, but there's one person who embraces their changes, and that's Amanda Lepore. Amanda Lepore is a transgender model, performer, and now author who made a name for herself in Hollywood by just being herself. She was famous for just being herself long before Kim K ever came along. Much of Amanda's body has been altered over the years, as she claims to have the most expensive body on earth due to all of her surgeries. She's written and talked about all of the procedures that she's had done, and it's quite a long list. She's had a nose job, her hairline lowered, her eyebrows lifted, double eyelid surgery, cheekbone, lip and breast augmentation, gender confirmation surgery, hormones, and she even had one of her ribs broken and reshapen to alter the size of her waist. She's taken her body to the limit and back again. The most drastic procedure that she's had was getting silicone lip injections, because she said that she's gotten them done about 20 times and she went a little overboard, so she had to get them reduced. Amanda prides herself on being a living Barbie doll, and she really doesn't regret any of her decisions, even though they were all very expensive. To us, she may have gone too far with her look, but to Amanda, it's just right. At number 7, Zac Efron. Now, this one isn't exactly a confirmed plastic surgery case, but it is causing a lot of commotion. There's been a lot of speculations concerning Zac Efron's supposed new look, as people are saying that Zac Efron has gotten some work done. And by some, I mean a lot. Zac recently showed up in a video about Earth Day looking pretty different and pretty swollen. The lower half of his face was looking very puffy, almost like he had just gotten some Botox done or some kind of other procedure, and people are super confused. The internet has been debating whether or not he's gotten surgery, with some people chalking this all up to Zac simply having wisdom tooth surgery, using that to explain all of the puffiness, but others aren't so sure. According to one celebrity plastic surgeon, they think it looks like Zac may have gotten fillers to reshape his jawline, or that he had actually gone under the knife and that there was some residual swelling going on. It's just a very sudden change that a lot of people weren't expecting. Like I said before, no one knows if this new look is permanent or not, but for now, Zac is looking a little plasticky, and it's a strange look to get used to. At number 6, Priscilla Caputo. Priscilla Caputo might not be a celebrity in the traditional sense, since she didn't rise to fame because of her trade like modeling or acting, but she did gain fame because of her looks, just in a negative way. Priscilla was an aspiring model back in the day, but because she started getting plastic surgery, she was left an internet laughingstock, gaining fame because she had gone too far with her appearance. Priscilla explained that her boyfriend, who was a plastic surgeon, kept giving her lip fillers, and soon she became addicted and couldn't stop. Her lips became too big, and because of her appearance, her modeling career tanked. Things for her hit rock bottom after her photos were circulated online and she became an internet laughingstock. She became a model for what not to do. She said that looking at her past photos of herself with her lips done upsets her greatly, and that because of the damage that she's done to her lips, they will never be the same. She became plastic, and when it was all removed, she was left with the damage that her decisions had caused. Now she's an advocate against plastic surgery because she knows firsthand the ugly side of becoming plastic. At number 5, Barry Manilow. Some celebrities aren't shy about the work they've had done, and others go to great lengths to hide it. One celebrity who has continuously denied their plastic surgery is singer Barry Manilow, because even though there's a lot of proof to indicate that he's had work done, done, he still claims to be all natural. In an interview, Barry claimed to have only undergone surgeries and treatments for his health, like hip surgery and receiving steroid shots, but a lot of people aren't buying that and have pretty much revealed that he's lying about getting work done for cosmetic purposes. It's been reported over the years that Barry had undergone several procedures, including having had received a facelift in 1995, a second facelift and eyelid surgery in 2003, and then a third facelift in 2005. There are even photos of Barry from 2003 showing him leaving a plastic surgeon's office in Beverly Hills. In the photos, he's shown wrapped up in bandages while wearing a disguise of sunglasses and a blonde wig in order to avoid being recognized. Because of the work that he's had done, a lot of people consider Barry as one of Hollywood's plastic celebrities. At number 4, Justin Jedlicka. Justin Jedlicka, also known as the real-life Ken doll, became famous because of his exaggerated looks. Justin has documented his transformation into plastic and isn't afraid of talking about the hundreds of procedures he's had. Yes, that is right, I said hundreds. Justin has estimated that he spent over $500,000 on his look, having received over 300 procedures and going under the knife over 100 times. Justin said that he became obsessed with his appearance after growing up watching the show Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous and recalling that everyone on that show had plastic surgery. He thought that this lifestyle meant that you were successful and made it his mission to look like a Ken doll. Now that's his persona and he's pretty happy with it. At number 3, Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson lived a hugely successful life and he was known for a lot. He was famous for his music but also his appearance, as it changed drastically over the years. He went from being a young man with a darker complexion and a thick afro to being a pale man with thinning hair and skin. Though there have been sickening rumors around why Michael's look changed so much, most of the changes in his appearance were really due to his health. His change in complexion was due to his vitiligo, and his thinning hair was due to age as well as chemical bleaching. To counteract the effect his health was having on his complexion, Michael had turned to plastic surgery, which in the end didn't really aid in his appearance. The constant alterations done to his face in particular caused his skin to thin and wrinkle, which is added to the cycle of work, and his infamous nose job changed the proportions of his face as he was made to look bonier with his thin pointed nose. Over the years, Michael's appearance worsened with age as he tried to constantly make corrections, which really just worsens its outcome. The only thing that didn't age poorly about Michael was his musical abilities. Though his appearance and health deteriorated over the years, his legendary talent stayed awesome. At number 2, Donatella Versace. Sometimes going plastic makes things worse rather than better. Famous designer Donatella Versace has endured her fair share of criticisms in the past, from family matters to business decisions, but most of the criticism she's endured mostly pertains to her looks. Donatella's appearance has definitely evolved over time. She's been criticized a lot for her heavy plastic surgery and Botox, and people have even made comparison diagrams from what she looked like back in '97 when she first took over the Versace company after the death of her brother to now at the age of 66. People say that the work she's had done has made her appearance worse because the Botox and fillers she's received over the years has damaged her skin, and that her skin's elasticity is broken, leading her to look older. Because of this, she wants to get more Botox, and that cycle continues. The more work she has done, the worse her skin gets as a result. She's essentially turned herself into plastic, trying to correct the damage that has already been done. And finally, at number 1, Jocelyn Wildenstein. One of the most drastic celebrity appearances comes from socialite Jocelyn Wildenstein. Though she was a model back in the day, too much plastic surgery has altered her appearance forever to the point where she's mostly plastic. Jocelyn started changing her appearance to make her husband happy. She modeled her look after big cats because her late husband was a big cat lover. She reportedly kept a lynx as a pet and recalled that the big cat's eyes were perfect, and so she wanted to look just like it. Unfortunately, she went too far with her look. Over the years, she's gotten surgery on her eyes to make them look more cat-like, as well as receiving brow and facelifts, injections, implants, and more. She's become plastic, but she says that she's not done working on her look just yet.
Beginning our list at number 10 is Nicki Minaj. She is one of the most popular female rap artists in Hollywood, which might have us used to seeing her on camera too much. Because when you take her out of the spotlight, she looks a lot different. Not in a bad way. She's a woman of many talents and her music has her traveling all over the world, but we don't get to see her natural face anywhere. Not on purpose anyway. We're used
used to seeing her with the fun colored wigs, the crazy outfits, the long nails, all the sunglasses, but behind the camera is a girl whose real name is actually Onika Tanya Mirage, and without makeup and all those added accessories, she is still gorgeous. You would hardly recognize her though if she was just standing in a crowd. Like for real, if she was walking through the mall looking like her natural self, I would have no idea that it was her, but I'm kind of blowing her cover with this. Sorry, Nikki. Up next at number 9 is John Travolta. Throughout his entire career, for the most part, he's kept a very similar image. The dark hair, the chiseled face, and perfectly straight teeth, might I add. Sometimes we saw him rocking a brown beard and a mustache, but it just depended on what role he was playing. Gotta be honest, I don't see much of him anymore. Maybe I'm not watching the right movies, but when his career was in full swing, we were seeing a lot more of him. So it makes sense that when I saw recent pictures of him, I was a little bit surprised. He looks a lot different than what we're used to seeing on our screen. The media has a way of getting the perfect lighting, all those good angles, a proper editing team, basically everything I personally want for my own pictures. If you saw Travolta in real life, I think you would be a little bit shocked. He's rocking a gray beard and his hair has some little flip style going on, not to mention he looks much older than I remember. Not in a rude way. Aging happens. But it would all depend on when you bump into him in real life because his hair changes a lot, and that is because he's naturally bald and usually wears wigs, which he has been open about, and I never knew. The 64-year-old rocked his naturally bald head at the Black Tie Gala back in January, and he looks completely different, like anyone would. Swiping the number 8 spot is Britney Spears. Oops, she did it again. She's turning heads, but this time she's doing it with a new face. Fans were surprised when images surfaced online showing her face, which clearly had some new work done. Let's be clear, she definitely didn't need it in the first place. Her face landed on 2 magazine covers in 2016, and people started questioning why the photo editors went so overboard on Photoshop, but it turns out that they didn't. Not only does she look different than the Britney we are used to seeing, but when you remove all the Hollywood edits and see her in real life, she looks different than her new face. Now, I am not calling her ugly. I actually really appreciate a celebrity who will walk around with no makeup and a bun on her head, but if you're going to do that, then why look so different when you're in front of the camera? Like, you look like a different person. And baby girl, you did not need work done to begin with, because you are Britney. In our number 7 spot is Ciara. The singer has been around for a long time. I remember being in elementary school when her music first came out. That just makes me sound really old. Her debut album called Goodies was released in 2004 and topped the Billboard Hot 100 chart. It was certified triple platinum and got 4 nominations at the Grammy Awards. Talk about a successful debut. So for years now, we're used to seeing her in hip hop videos, glam, different styled weaves, all that Hollywood jazz basically. But earlier this year in April, she decided to get real with her fans and posted an all natural photo showing off her bare skin and natural hair. She posted the photo to celebrate the launch of her new album called Beauty Marks and encourage people to embrace themselves. In her caption, she wrote, "No makeup, no extensions, vulnerable, my beauty marks and all, the real me and I love it, finally embracing myself fully and it feels good." I gotta say, she looks flawless. Like literally, not one flaw on your face. But she doesn't look like the Ciara I am used to seeing. If someone would have showed me this picture, I would have thought it was just a picture of a random girl. Cruising into number 6 is Ozzy Osbourne. The English singer rose to fame in the 1970s when he was the lead singer of a heavy metal band, Black Sabbath. During that time, he got the nickname the Prince of Darkness, which was fitting because he wore dark clothes, dark makeup, black nail polish, dark sunglasses, and had that long dark hair. And still does. He went on to have his own successful career after being fired from the band in 1979 due to alcohol and drug problems. It's safe to say that he's known for his music, but also for his dark signature look. It kinda reminds me of Marilyn Manson, if I'm being honest. They both do that whole black eyeliner thing impressively well. But in more recent times he has toned it down, and that's probably because he's getting older. He's now 71 years old, and if you saw him in real life, it would show. He still rocks long hair and those circular sunglasses, but when you take them off and remove all that makeup and accessories, he's a totally different man. You can hardly recognize him as Ozzy Osbourne, but that is expected because when anyone piles on makeup all the time, it creates a totally different look. Take it all off, and it's a bit shocking. Halfway through the list at number 5 is Katie Holmes. The actress first achieved her fame when she took on the role of Joey Potter on the hit TV series Dawson's Creek. God, I missed that show. It ran from 1998 to 2003, and from there her career took off and she made her debut in films. She's always had a natural look to her, and by that I mean I guess it just looks like her face isn't full of plastic. And maybe she has had some work done, I don't know, but if she did, it does not look like it. For the most part, she's kept a similar look throughout her entire career. The now 41-year-old is still rocking her natural brown hair, but when we see her, she's always in a full set of glam or she's on a screen in a movie, which we know has that professional lighting. Paparazzi pictures started flooding the internet showing her outside of glam, walking around LA without her hair and makeup done, and yes, she does look very different. Not in the sense that you can't tell it's Katie Holmes, it's just a big difference in what we see in the media. Here we are number 4 with Ashley Graham. The model officially started her career when she signed a deal with Wilhelmina Models in 2001, but later switched to Ford Models in 2003. But things really started to take off for her in later years when she was profiled by Sally Singer of Vogue magazine. She ended up catching everyone's attention when she appeared on the October 2009 issue of Glamour for the editorial titled "These Bodies Are Beautiful at Every Size." From there, her career started to take off, and in 2015, she landed herself in Sports Illustrated as one of the first ever plus-size models to appear on the cover of the swimsuit issue. But with modeling as your career, you are often in makeup, hair, wardrobe, and a glam team is always at your beck and call. Not to mention, a lot of the photos we see in magazines are touched up and the editing team works on the final print. Fans were thrilled when Ashley posted a picture of herself on Instagram wearing no makeup. She is literally stunning and in my personal opinion shouldn't even wear makeup. Like, who would have known she had so many freckles on her face? Not me, because most of what we see is airbrushed. Girl, you're so pretty. In our 3rd place is former child star Macaulay Culkin. By the time he was 12 years old, he made enough money to never work again. Must be nice. He was a household name in Hollywood after playing Kevin McAllister in the Christmas movie series Home Alone. After he found success, it seemed like every production wanted to have this talented kid involved in their next project. But his career never went on to his adult life, and his life took a turn down a dark path. He disappeared from the spotlight and we didn't see him for many years. It was shocking when photos surfaced in 2012 of him walking in New York looking extremely skinny and incredibly different than what we remember. It was rumored that he was struggling with a drug and alcohol problem, and we didn't see him for years to follow after that. But more recently, he did start making his way back into Hollywood, and he still looks wildly different. Honestly, he looks different in every paparazzi picture, so I can only imagine how different he would look in real life. But the most recent capture was him smiling with his girlfriend on a cold walk. Once again, has a bunch of facial hair and a man bun. Looks very different, but he looks happy and healthy, and that is most important. Taking over our number 2 spot is Kesha. The American singer was just 18 years old when she signed with Chemo Savvy Records, but it wasn't until 2009 that she found success in Hollywood. Her first major success was when she was featured on Flo Rida's #1 single called The Right Round. She's always had a unique style to her music and even her appearance. She rocks some spunky outfits, different colored wigs, some body glitter, and even some face paint. But like other people on this list, she too has shared pictures without makeup, and even if she hadn't, the paparazzi got her anyways. And yes, you guessed it right, she looks different. Not in a bad way at all, she is beautiful. But one thing I can't ignore is the fact that her face is full of freckles, and I literally had no idea. Like, her face is covered in them. I absolutely love that. I think she's gorgeous and she should show them off more often. She literally looks like a totally different person. People use filters for freckles these days on Instagram, girl. So embrace that. Earning the #1 spot on our list is Matthew Perry, also known as Chandler Bing from the iconic TV series Friends. This one physically hurts my heart because I have an emotional attachment to all the characters from that show. But it is no secret that he does not look anything like Chandler anymore, and if we're being honest, he is a hot mess minus the hot. Earlier this year, we started seeing pictures online of him walking around LA looking disheveled and homeless. And that is not to be disrespectful, he literally looks that way. It came out a few years ago that he had been struggling with a few addictions, which is why we hadn't seen him in anything. After Jennifer Aniston's recent Instagram post that showed all of the Friends cast chilling at a bar, we thought he might be making a good return. And to be honest, in that picture, he didn't look that bad. However, it is poor quality and dark lighting. After seeing pictures of him last month with this mysterious woman, he is back to looking unrecognizable. Starting off our part 2 list, number 10 is Aubrey O'Day. She caused some controversy online recently after paparazzi photos surfaced and articles headlined them with "Aubrey O'Day looks unrecognizable as she ditches glam makeup and hair extensions to walk dogs in stretch pants and bra." The articles don't say anything negative, just that she looks different than the glam photos that she usually posts on Instagram. Aubrey got her legal team involved after the photos surfaced and claimed that this was degrading because someone edited the paparazzi photos to make her look worse than she really does. She even posted a mirror selfie on her Instagram that day to try to put it to rest, but then fans began accusing her of photoshopping that image as well. Witnesses who saw Aubrey that day that the paparazzi photos were taken came forward saying that they were not edited and that is what she looks like. We all don't take good pictures all the time. Lighting, posing, everything, angle. I bet if you took pictures of like me just walking around, it wouldn't look like my poses on Instagram. Coming up next, number 9 is Bella Thorne. The beautiful actress has always been open with her fans about embracing natural beauty, and she often leads by example. She has a passion for makeup and even does her own makeup for some of her movies, usually rocking bright colored eyeshadow and very fun lip colors and wigs. But other times she will take all of that off and flaunt her bare face, which is just as stunning, by the way. She does look different, as most of us would. One thing that people were first shocked about was her struggle with acne that she normally hid very well with makeup. She started posting photos and videos of her acne and the different treatments that she gets to help with it. One of her photos, she captioned it, "I'm going to show my skin for what it is and own it, no matter what anyone says." We can imagine how difficult that probably is to do in a society like ours today, where beauty standards just are not realistic. In spot number 8 is Kris Jenner. Because she is a member of the Kardashian clan, it's not totally surprising that we don't see her often without makeup. Fans got a glimpse of Kris without makeup though in 2019 when she did the unthinkable and posted a bare-faced photo to her Instagram. She posted a picture of herself getting a haircut in the early morning and used the hashtags no makeup and no filter, which wasn't something fans are used to seeing. Fans reacted positively and told her how amazing she looks and that they'd love to see more of her natural beauty. I think fans were shocked by the picture because she's been caught using very heavy Facetune on her photos. Like the one time she took a picture with Gordon Ramsay and Facetuned both of their faces, but then Gordon posted the original one to his feed on the same day, and it was just super awkward to see the huge difference. And the fact that she just went and Facetuned his face too. Like, he probably didn't want his face done like that. He looks like a wax figure. Cruising into number 7, we have Sarah Hyland. The actress has gone makeup free on Instagram on many occasions and looks stunning every time. Being in the spotlight as a successful actress, she often has her face covered in makeup and her wardrobe in full glam. But she's one to keep it real with her fans, and in 2018 she started her own movement where she wanted to post more unfiltered photos and videos. She posted a bare face selfie and captioned it, "Monday mantra, be patient, be kind, be free, don't stress, don't overthink, don't worry, just be. Hashtag no makeup Monday, hashtag there's no filter for life." Since then, she has gone on live stream with no makeup, posts video stories with no filters, and continues to remind people that going natural still makes you beautiful. She also shared her skincare routine online because her skin is flawless without makeup, so if you're interested, like I was, go check it out. All very expensive stuff though that I probably won't buy. Sniping our number 6 spot is Kesha. She's been in the music industry since she was 18 years old when she signed her first record deal. Although it wasn't until 2009 when she first became known in Hollywood, when she was featured on Flo Rida's #1 single, Right Round. Throughout her career, she's always had a very unique style through her music and her appearance. You will often see her in funky outfits, different colored wigs, body glitter, and sometimes face paint. I swear in my generation, she invented body glitter. Like, I remember I only thought body glitter was cool when I saw it on her. Before that, you would never do it. But like other people on our list, she too has shared pictures without makeup, and she looks different. Not in a bad way, she's still just as beautiful. But one thing that people were most surprised by when they saw her natural face was the amount of freckles she has. When her face is covered in makeup, we would never realize just how many freckles she actually has, and it makes her look like a totally different person than we're used to seeing like in the magazines and on red carpet events. I love her freckles. Show your freckles. Halfway through our list, number 5 is Chrissy Teigen. One thing I love most about Chrissy is that she's one of the most down-to-earth and honest celebrities on social media. She says it how it is, and she always encourages natural beauty in ways that we can all just relate to. Back in 2018, she went viral after starting a trend online where people were sending her selfies that were completely unfiltered. It all started after she tweeted out, "I don't know what real skin looks like anymore. People of social media just know it's Facetune, you're beautiful, don't compare yourself to people, okay? Everyone looks like an oil painting." She is not wrong. Seriously, girls be editing their photos and you just look like a painting. There's no way. From there, thousands of people replied with photos of their bare face. She too has posted her bare face, and she also admitted that people will edit and Facetune her pictures. Everyone knows that people will naturally just look different with a full face of makeup versus their natural state. Contour alone, you guys, can completely shape your face differently. That's the point of it. Sliding into at number 4 is Jessica Simpson. She has admitted to getting some cosmetic surgery done to alter certain things that she has felt insecure about, but then admitted that she regretted doing it. Like the rest of us, she's just a human who also feels the pressure of what the media defines as beauty. But recently, just last month, she shared a no makeup Instagram photo and said that she took out her hair extensions, which is something she hasn't done in a long time. Fans praised her for it and loved seeing her natural beauty come through. The no makeup look seems to be her new normal. She now posts more and more photos of herself without any makeup on. And she just honestly seems to be loving it, and her fans love it too. We need more of that. In third place is Catherine Zeta-Jones. Let's admit that it's always a breath of fresh air when celebrities post those makeup-free, unfiltered photos. I love to see them. It's kind of silly in a sense that something so simple is made to be like a big deal, but in this day and age it is. It's important for people with a platform to post these images that break what Hollywood molds as beautiful. Thankfully, someone like Catherine, who has been in the industry for a long time now, is wanting to let fans know that it is okay to embrace your natural self. Even though fans have seen her all dolled up on the red carpet and a face full of makeup on the big screen, they've also had the chance to see her bare face on her Instagram page. The 50-year-old actress has no problem flaunting her natural beauty and hopes that others will do the same. At number 2, we have Kylie Jenner. It's no secret that she covers her face in makeup. She has a billion-dollar cosmetic company under her name. So, makes sense. But fans have been surprised on a few different occasions when they've seen her without any makeup or editing. She posted a photo to her Instagram one day, but then paparazzi images surfaced later on and she looked completely different. She doesn't look ugly, she's a pretty girl so she can't look ugly, she just looks so much younger without makeup. Her makeup is normally pretty heavy and the filters and editing always make people appear differently than they do in real life. But that doesn't stop her from being real with her fans once in a while. She also went on her Instagram stories to show the before and after of her makeup process. She looks very different in comparison, but still beautiful nonetheless. Her lips be looking huge though. Damn, she draws that on even with lip fillers. Her before picture, I'm like, your lips are big, like why do you have to like draw them in? Coming in our number 1 spot is Adele. The singer has been trying hard lately to feel confident in her skin and embrace her beauty, but this has led to her facing a ton of criticism. I've never seen a celebrity receive so much hate for losing weight and feeling healthy and happy about it. But people have their opinion about her weight loss, and I would not blame her for wanting to hide behind filters and Photoshop. But she doesn't, which is amazing. She also doesn't hide behind makeup. There has been many times where she's gone on social media and out in public completely barefaced and not afraid of the camera. Does she look different without all the glam? Of course she does. Does she look ugly without all the glam? Of course not. She looks human and beautiful, and I honestly wish people would just leave her alone about this whole weight thing. It's so annoying. God damn. People were calling her fat before, so she loses weight, and now they're like, you lost too much weight. Can't win.
Coming at number 10, we have Lea Michele. Back in December, Lea Michele started to go trending on Twitter after the internet started to troll her for her new chiseled facial appearance. When the funny girl actress posted a selfie comparing herself to Lucia, the beautiful working girl on The White Lotus, the internet was then quick to notice her resemblance to another trending character, which is a girl who has undergone buccal fat removal. The cosmetic procedure involves surgically removing fat between the cheekbones and the jawbones via incisions inside the mouth to highlight one's facial bone structure. While people have been doing the surgery for decades, it's currently all the rage with young celebrities and people on TikTok. It takes a normal looking girl and makes them look almost skeletal, which is pretty damaging to a younger person's image. While the surgery isn't everybody's cup of tea, I still don't understand why Hollywood girlies aren't trying to get rid of it and why they keep opting to do it, and it kinda made Lea Michele look more scary than her Rachel Berry days on Glee. Number 9, Khloe Kardashian. Khloe Kardashian has been pretty open about her physical transformation, and unlike her other sisters, she claimed that she has undergone plastic surgery more than once in her life. While the reality TV star isn't too outspoken when it comes to her past procedures, she has opened up once before about the reason behind her choice to undergo the knife. In a reunion episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Khloe revealed that she opted for a few cosmetic alterations by saying saying for me, everyone says, oh my gosh, she had a third face transplant, but I've had one nose job. Aside from her nose job, the Good American founder has also revealed she has done injections, but not really Botox because she responded horribly Botox. Chloe, like Kylie, has also gotten so much filler done at one point. She even went back 3 times to get it dissolved, but it still feels like the effects are still there. But for a while, the star did look a little scary with all that filler. Hey my little peaches, are you liking this video so far? If so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Coming at number 8, we have Priscilla Presley. Priscilla Presley was a legendary beauty, but when she underwent plastic surgery in the past, it left her with some unfortunate side effects. It would force her to come out and claim that she unknowingly had industrial low-grade silicone injected into her face by a doctor who wasn't even licensed to practice medicine in the United States. Priscilla was one of many victims who fell into the hands of Dr. Daniel Serranoez. In 2008, a rep of the actress would share that an investigation which uncovered his misconduct ultimately led to his imprisonment. Miss Presley dealt with this matter years ago, and eventually everything is now well. Serrano, who was not licensed to practice medicine, would find himself being deported back to Argentina after serving 18 months in federal prison, after some of his injections caused lumps, paralysis, and holes in his client's face. But the work he did to Priscilla definitely had her wishing that she never underwent the surgery, and she never even tried to have it repaired as she was kind of scared it would do more harm than good. Number 7, Janice Dickinson. It's clear that Hollywood's obsession with plastic surgery is starting to get really scary. And if you look what happened to Janice Dickinson after she made an attempt to keep her youthful appearance, people would even start to confuse her with Caitlyn Jenner. After she had a botched procedure done, even according to celebrity plastic surgeon Dr. Anthony Yoon, Janice had every plastic surgery procedure there is. And that's not really hard to believe, as once the stunning model now looks like she is pure plastic. And I've seen her undergo some treatments on reality TV. Dr. Yoon would then jokingly add, I believe she's undergone pretty much every facial plastic surgery there is, including a facelift, eye lift, lip injections, Botox, fat injections, a brow lift, and she's probably single-handedly paid for her plastic surgeon's house. Despite Janice going under the knife numerous times, Yoon said while Janice doesn't look a whole lot like herself, she's holding up pretty well and she's had quite a bit of help. In 2014, Janice would even admit when she was 32, or in the Jurassic era, that's when she had her first procedure done, and it included work to her chest, a tummy tuck, facelift, and Botox. At number 6, we have Linda Evangelista. The OG supermodel hasn't been seen in public for a while now, and in September 23rd, 2021, she would explain why. Linda revealed that she underwent cool sculpting, which she claims left her looking unrecognizable, as it allegedly caused her fat cells in her face to multiply, and she would say, to my followers who have wondered why I have not been working while my peers' careers have been thriving, the reason is that I was brutally disfigured by a procedure which did the opposite of what it promised. She then went on to talk about the procedure's rare but serious side effects, and she said not only did it destroy my livelihood, but it sent me into a cycle of depression, profound sadness, and lowest depths of self-loathing. In the process, I have become reclusive, and I'm so tired of living this way. I would like to walk out my door with my head held high despite not looking like myself any longer. However, if you look at photos from Linda from 2005 to now, before her procedure disfigured her famous face, the girl was stunning. And if you were looking to get plastic surgery done in the future, let this be a warning and just a reminder that you're beautiful just the way you look. Number 5, Mickey Rourke. Since the beginning of his career, Mickey Rourke has captured the news headlines every now and then, and one of the most talked about things about him is his face. Today, everyone knows Mickey to be an actor of repute who has starred in many successful movies over the years, but it is essential to understand that acting was not Mickey's first love, as he's a man who was in love with boxing, and he eventually became a professional boxer. And he did pretty well because he was unbeaten in all his fights, as he won and drew others. However, he endured a lot of injuries to his face, and some some of these injuries were so severe that they threatened to ruin his good looks, so he opted to have cosmetic surgery to fix his face. However, the doctors he met to help him fix his face just ended up ruining it. His face today is now very different from what his fans had known it to be, and anytime he steps into the public, paparazzi just swarms his face. While the star has undergone different cosmetic surgeries to correct his face, it just keeps changing and it keeps renewing the public's interest. Number 4. Joan Rivers. Comedian Joan Rivers was famous for constantly changing her face. When the reality TV star passed away at the age of 81, her daughter Melissa would write a memoir, The Book of Joan, tales of mirth, mischief, and manipulation. As a tribute to her mother, in it Melissa would reveal that Joan had a staggering 348 cosmetic operations over her life, and she was never happy with the way she looked, which fed into her sense of being less than. Joan Rivers' tragic passing was caused after she had complications following her surgery, after the comedian never recovered from a loss of oxygen to her brain during surgery. Her daughter would then be able to sue the clinic for malpractice. It would be noted that Joan went into the hospital after she scheduled an EGD. However, reports then showed another procedure, a nasolaryngoscopy, which was performed twice by an ENT doctor not privileged to perform that procedure at Yorkville, and Rivers was never informed or consented to that procedure. Number 3. Donatella Versace. Donatella Versace's designs for Versace may have sparked thousands of copycats, but there is no danger of a woman following suit when it comes to Donatella Versace's new look. 30 years ago, the fashion guru had naturally full lips and smooth skin, but today her face is striking for all the wrong reasons, as she has now turned herself into a real-life human waxwork doll after she overdid Botox and added too much filler to her cheeks and lips. Not to mention, the businesswoman has also had a facelift, and eyes and brow lift. And if you look at her face, you can tell that her eyelids are like a little droopy because she had some bad Botox, and that's why they look droopy. It's also been said that she looks like she may have had some filler added to her earlobes, as they looked very stretched. Dr. David Rappaport has also provided a timeline of Donatella's alleged procedures, where he would point out that it seems clear that the designer has had a facelift, as she has a scar that you can see on her temple areas, and she has a fine linear scar from it. He would also note that her hairline has been lifted too high, and it shouldn't end that high above her ears, but this could also indicate that she's gone under the knife for more than one procedure. Number 2. Carrot Top. Comedian king of props Scott Carrot Top Thompson has had to deal with a lot of plastic surgery rumors and before and after surgery photos, but despite the hundreds of sources saying he underwent the knife to change his looks, the comedian says he hasn't had work done on him, but it's clearly just a lie. So Carrot Top is one of these most successful comedians from the late 90s and 2000s. Aside from comedy, one of the most talked about topics whenever Carrot Top is brought up is about his looks, and people start to debate whether the star has had plastic surgery done or not. Although various sources have tried exploring his transformation to put an answer to the question, the comedian still continues to deny all the rumors that revolve around him undergoing the knife to change his looks. And to this day, the comedian still has to deal with plastic surgery rumors, as the media has been swamped with before and after photos of the star. Many have even compared his transformation to plastic surgery disasters, and some professionals have even commented on it, such as Dr. Anthony Yoon, who pointed out that the comedian has definitely had laser treatments or chemical peels, and he even commented on Carrot Top's appearance by saying he looks more like a muscle-bound cartoon character. Number 1. Lil' Kim. Lil' Kim is undoubtedly one of the brightest, most influential women in hip-hop, yet her legacy remains controversial for one reason or the other. It seems like the star is constantly being thrown in front of the media since the beginning of her career for her ever-changing face. In 2005, Kim would even go on a radio show to explain that she had broken her nose after getting into an altercation with her ex-boyfriend, and she had to get surgery done to fix her nose, and then she would go back to her boyfriend, get hurt again, and it would reel her into a tangle of insecurities and self-loathing. Kim was so tired of lying about her injuries and burying her bruises in makeup that she thought it would be better to get professional work done and wipe those physical markings away once and for all. And then after, she would get more surgeries done by her own choice, as she was facing insecurities after her boyfriends kept cheating on her with European women with long hair.
And at number 10, Paul Stanley. The Kiss frontman looks very different now than when the band was in its height. and people think the change is due to cosmetic procedures. It's rumored that he had a nose job, facelift, along with other fillers and Botox. Some evidence also suggests he may have underwent an eyebrow lift and a lip job. Stanley is only admitted to one procedure, and that was an ear reconstructive surgery. He got this because he was born with a condition, microtia, which caused him to not have a right ear. While speaking with SiriusXM's Jim and Sam video interviews, Stanley also admitted to having his rotator cuffs repaired, along with a hip replacement and cartilage repaired in his knees, but nothing related to his appearance. In at number 9, Michaela Romanini. For many years, she was one of Italy's biggest stars and was titled one of the most beautiful women in the country, but after getting many cosmetic procedures, she was left looking completely unrecognizable from her former self. We're not sure exactly what procedures that she's gotten, but it's clear her lips, eyes, and skin look drastically different. Some media outlets even say she looks like an alien. But even with all the criticism around her looks, she apparently does not regret any of her procedures. Some reports even claim she is now addicted to surgery, specifically lip collagen injections. And at number 8, Kenny Rogers. The late Kenny Rogers decided to undergo cosmetic surgery, and it changed his appearance so drastically that it really hurt his confidence. He told CBS host Gayle King in 2012, quote, "I was trying to hide myself. I had the money to do it and I had time off. It was one of those things that I think everybody's like, you look at yourself and you go, could I be better if I did this or I did that?" Adding that he regrets doing anything, and he is always very curious as to what he would have looked like without it. He also said that the changes in his appearance did not affect his music or singing voice, but rather his confidence to get on stage and make music. He even cancelled some shows during his 2018 farewell tour because he was battling health challenges, which some speculated was due to the surgeries. His worst procedure was a botched eyelid lift. He said about the procedure in 2006, quote, "I'm not happy about it. It drives me crazy." And at number 7, Joan Rivers. The late Joan Rivers is a comedy legend, and she's been very open about the countless cosmetic procedures she underwent through the years. Just some of the procedures that she's admitted to include a facelift, neck lift, and eyelid surgery. However, she passed away at the age of 81 due to complications with a cosmetic procedure. Her daughter Melissa spoke about the tragedy in a memoir that she wrote about her mother called The Book of Joan: Tales of Mirth, Mischief, and Manipulation. In the book, Melissa states that Joan received 348 cosmetic procedures over her lifetime because she was always insecure about her looks. Melissa also appeared on the Today Show and spoke about her mother's tragic death following complications during a throat surgery, saying, quote, "In my opinion, it was 100% preventable." Melissa actually filed a lawsuit against the clinic, saying they were not prepared and very unprofessional. And at number 6, Priscilla Presley. Priscilla Presley has no signs of aging on her face, even though she is 76 years old. But she does look completely unrecognizable from her former self. Some say this is due to botched procedures over the years. A few years back, she revealed that low-grade silicone was injected into her face, the type that mechanics use to grease car parts. This was done by fraudulent doctor, Dr. Daniel Serrano, who was later sent to prison for his illegal tactics. A rep for Priscilla said, quote, "Priscilla Presley was one of many documented victims of Dr. Serrano. An investigation which uncovered his misconduct ultimately led to his imprisonment. Ms. Presley dealt with this matter years ago and everything is now well." However, one doctor does not think the botched injections explain her puffy, waxy face, and he insisted that this is due to repeated laser treatments and Botox. One commenter wrote about her look, quote, "What has Priscilla Presley done to her face? It looks like she has a scary mask on." Halfway number 5, Jackie Stallone. The late mother of A-list actor Sylvester Stallone revealed that she had many plastic surgery regrets in a 2013 interview. When asked if she had work done, she said, quote, "I do, and actually I've gotten too much. I look like I've got a mouthful of nuts. It's Juvederm, too much of it. I feel as though I look like a chipmunk." She continued, "Juvederm plumps you up here," pointing at her cheeks, "but it looks like you have a mouthful of walnuts." She then explained that she's had about 3 chemical peels and about 50 injections over her lifetime. She revealed that she had never tried Botox because naturally she did not have wrinkles in her forehead. Jackie claims that she believes in plastic surgery, but thinks that Beverly Hills doctors are overrated hacks, saying that she went to other states to have work done because she doesn't trust Beverly Hills surgeons. And at number 4, Simon Cowell. Simon Cowell shocked fans when he appeared at the red carpet for the America's Got Talent quarterfinals, looking totally unrecognizable. His face was discussed at length in the media, and on the Absolute Radio breakfast show, Dave Barry said, quote, "I remember Simon Cowell when he had his first face. I've known him a long time. The current one is a bit Slipknot. It's actually quite terrifying." with the host noting that his surgery was probably done in the dark if it came out that badly, and that a man with his money should have gotten the best surgeon in the world. After stepping out, Dr. Naila Raja, a leading cosmetic doctor, said that he had gone a bit overboard with the Botox, adding quote, "I suspect Simon's fallen complexion is a combination of weight loss and also too much Botox." And at number 3, Khloe Kardashian. Khloe Kardashian is the sister that gets the most flack for her cosmetic enhancements, because it seems like she looks different every week. While speaking about rumors about her plastic surgery, she told host Andy Cohen that she's had one nose job, along with fillers, but not Botox. Years earlier on her talk show Cocktails with Khloe, she also admitted to having facial fillers dissolved, saying quote, "My face was so messed up I had to go and get this whole thing dissolved. It was a bummer and now I'm afraid to do it again, and I'm almost like, I swear things are still in my face." Although people don't believe she hasn't touched fillers, because her face has changed dramatically since then. And at number 2, Lisa Rinna. The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star is known for her signature pout that she achieved through the help of fillers, but she's gotten some other procedures that she's regretted. Apparently after she tried Botox, she was totally botched. Lisa said that she got Botox in her cheeks because all of her friends were getting it done and she wanted to try it out for herself. But after the procedure was done, Lisa said quote, "I saw a photo and I was like, oh Jesus, that's not good, that is not good." But after that experience, she's learned that less is more, saying that she still likes Botox, but won't do anything that changes the shape of her face. And finally at number 1, Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton is my queen and I love her so much, but it's clear to her fans that she's changed a lot over the years, and she's been vocal that the changes are due to cosmetic enhancements. She told CBS Sunday Morning in 2019, quote, "It's true that I look artificial, but I believe that I'm totally real. My look is really based on a country girl's idea of glam. I wasn't naturally pretty, so I make the most of anything I've got." Dolly's admitted to many procedures, including a facelift, eye surgery, breast implants, liposuction, excess skin removal, lip injections, Botox, and more. Dolly also looks phenomenal at her age of 75 and says that she will look as young as her plastic surgeons allow.
Starting off our list today at number 10, we have Amanda Bynes. Back in 2013, Amanda Bynes' parents would outline a troubling portrait of the star in a court papers as they were seeking a legal conservatorship to manage her affairs. Among other things, they would also tell Ventura County Court that Amanda had been suffering from severe body image issues that left her feeling extremely paranoid about being watched, to the point that she would cover smoke alarms with towels, tape windows shut, and even cover her car dashboard with cardboard and tape out of fear that cameras were watching her from inside these places. Amanda's fears were so strong that she soon became obsessed with the idea that she and others were ugly. Her parents also noted that this was around the time their daughter also started to talk about cosmetic surgeries that she wanted to get consistently, and that they even received large doctor bills from surgeons just a few months since they moved to New York, as Amanda had spent a large amount of her fortune. With Amanda being worth only $4 million at the time, she spent around $1.3 million of her money just in a short amount of time, which was kinda concerning. Number 9, Heidi Montag. So back in 2010, Heidi Montag would admit to the Daily Mail that she wished she hadn't wasted so much of her money on plastic surgery after she and Spencer Pratt revealed that they were considering filing for bankruptcy after blowing their $10 million fortune. The reality TV couple who splurged all of their fortune on crystals, luxury cars, and Heidi's plastic surgery and failed pop album would also know that they owed close to $2 million in taxes. The former stars of The Hills would then claim that they had to move into Spencer's parents' guest home after struggling to pay the rent on their $35,000 a month Malibu mansion. Heidi then would go on to note that Spencer's parents would even have to go out to the grocery stores for them on the weekend, and that she regrets her costly decision to undergo 10 plastic surgery procedures. Before saying, "I spent thousands on the procedures and aftercare. I had private nurses coming twice a day for 2 months for treatments and bandage chances. Each time they came, it cost $2,000. I wish I didn't waste so much money on it." Hey my little peaches, are you liking this video so far? If so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Coming number 8, we have Michael Jackson. When Michael Jackson passed away in 2009, his passing would leave behind so many unanswered questions about the eccentric pop star's alleged plastic surgery. Throughout his career, his dramatic transformation donations made him infamous as fans wondered exactly how much surgery he had. In 2015, a documentary would be released called The 10 Faces of Michael Jackson, and in this documentary it would hint that the late singer had more than 100 procedures done on his face, and that the late star passed away with a staggering amount of debt, with his abandoned Neverland Ranch serving as a haunted reminder of his extravagant pop star past. With Michael having countless sold-out tours and endorsement deals, he was also the owner of a multi-million-pound music catalog that included his own work and that of artists such as the Beatles. But incredibly, the wealth he was bringing in with royalties was said to have been nothing compared to the incredible amount of debt he was simultaneously racking up. A forensic accountant asked to speak at the 2013 trial would then explain that Jackson blew his entire fortune on gifts, travel, art, zoo animals, jewelry, furniture, donations to numerous charities, as well as plastic surgery. At the time of Michael's passing, he was $500 million in debt due to his spending habits. Number 7, Lil' Kim. Before there was Nicki Minaj and Cardi B, there was Lil' Kim. With a string of successful albums to her name, she went on to mentor many others who came after her. Lately though, her name has been surfacing due to reasons unrelated to music, mostly because of her ever-changing looks. As years went by, Lil' Kim began appearing on red carpets and in interviews with lighter skin, higher cheeks, a smaller nose, and in addition, drastic alterations. It then became clear one day that the rapper was spending half of her time in the recording studio and the other half in the plastic surgeon clinic. In an interview in 2005, Lil' Kim admitted to getting several nose jobs done after she had her nose broken. The rapper then continued to undergo multiple surgeries so she could keep up with the impossible beauty standards the world kept advertising. And men also played a major role in her insecurities as they made her believe that she wasn't pretty enough. In June of 2018, Kim reportedly had to file for bankruptcy and hoped to auction off her New Jersey home to help her pay off her enormous $4 million debt. Official court documents would then reveal that the rap superstar was earning around $18,000 a month and her personal expenses were reaching close to $13,000. So this left Kim with no option but to file for bankruptcy as she couldn't find a way to pay her ever-growing amounts of money that she owed to the IRS, with her also owing over $1.5 million in federal income taxes. This would cause Kim's net worth to be around $500,000 today, which is a far cry from what she used to be worth. Number 6, Stassi Schroeder. Former Vanderpump Rules TV personality Stassi opened up in her book that she published in April of 2019 about why she chose to get a chin implant, chest reduction, among other alterations. In the book, she would say it's one of the best things that she's ever done to this day, as it made her feel good about herself. She then went on to point out that her parents trusted her judgment to get the surgery done, and she was just desperate to have a bigger chin and a more defined jaw. While the star has experienced many ups and downs in her career, like being fired from Vanderpump Rules in 2020, she has still amassed an impressive amount of money, as she has an estimated net worth of $2 million. But if she didn't fork out $20,000 on plastic surgery and then more money on nurses while they would change her bandages every day, she would probably be worth more money than she is today. Number 5, Mama June Shannon. So back in 2020, Mama June, who is known as June Shannon, is a reality TV personality known for her family show, Here Comes Honey Boo Boo. Because she has spent more than a decade on television, you would assume that June wasn't exactly hurting for money, but that clearly isn't the case. As back in 2020, June would admit that she had to sell her house after going broke, and then it would also be known that the star spent her entire fortune not only on $75,000 worth of plastic surgery, but also on substances. She would also state that she was spending over $250,000 in 4 months because she spent a large part of her fortune that she made on reality TV on surgery, while partying with her ex-boyfriend. According to the Celebrity Net Worth, Mama June is now only worth $50,000, which would likely come to a shock to many since she's on reality TV and she's amassed quite a fan following in the past decade. Number 4. Mickey Rourke. Mickey Rourke used to be one of the most recognizable faces in Hollywood, but thanks to his obsession with plastic surgery, the star is now completely unrecognizable after leaving Hollywood to become a boxer. Mickey had a pretty successful career, and he won 27 matches, including 12 knockouts and 3 defeats between 1964 to 1973. His return to the ring as a professional boxer in the 1990s also proved to be equally successful, as he remained undefeated in 8 fights and had 6 wins, including 4 knockouts and 2 draws. Unfortunately, his career choice also came with a string of severe facial injuries, as he had to face a broken nose twice, and he even had a compressed cheekbone, which caused the star to undergo several reconstructive surgeries to treat his boxing injuries. However, many of those surgeries failed to bring the actor the desired results and prompted him to go under the knife consistently, which caused him to lose a large chunk of his net worth. While the star is now worth $10 million, he is also in $50,000 worth of debt with Amex, and he is ranked up $70K in therapy bills. Number 3. Pamela Anderson. Pamela Anderson went from earning $6.6 million a year to being flat broke. While the star has been the subject of plastic surgery rumors many times over her decade-long career, the former TV star has also been mostly quiet about which procedures she has actually undergone since her debut in 1989. The star over the years has undergone through a series of plastic surgeries, from lip fillers, nose jobs, and chest enlargement, which she had to fork out thousands of dollars. However, it wasn't just her trips to the doctors and her trips to the mall that caused Pamela to lose her entire fortune, as she would later become a tax delinquent after it was revealed that she owed over $450,000 in unpaid taxes, making the star now worth only $20 million, but it could have been more if she paid her bills and didn't spend all her money on plastic surgery and lavish spending. Number 2. Jocelyn Wildenstein. Former billionaire Jocelyn Wildenstein, known as Catwoman, went bankrupt with $0 in her account. Back in 2019, Jocelyn had to file for federal Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection, and according to the New York Post, she listed her city bank account balance at $0 in the filing. She then would also note that she was only getting $900 a month in social security payments, which probably would have been avoidable if the star didn't spend over $4 million on plastic surgery. However, Jocelyn's love for plastic surgery has earned her the celebrity status she has today. The so-called socialite first started undergoing the knife because she wanted to please her ex-husband, as he had a thing for big cats. The star then proceeded to go through countless surgeries to land a cat-like look. While the star claims her debt came with divorce and it had nothing to do with her outrageous spending, I'm sure she didn't spend more than $4 million on surgery. She probably would still be a billionaire today, and she would be worth a lot more than $10 million. And coming in at number 1 today, we have Janice Dickinson. Back in 2013, the Daily Mail would report that Janice Dickinson declared bankruptcy after she accumulated nearly $1 million in debt. The former judge on America's Next Top Model declared bankruptcy after racking up unpaid bills and doctor bills for plastic surgery procedures. Janice, who owed more than $8,000 to Vevert Hill dermatologist and also more than $8,000 in debt with a Beverly Hills anti-aging center, the former supermodel would also confirm the report later on Radar Online, where she stated she was eager to pay back her debt on top of her plastic surgery debt. She was also in debt due to unpaid taxes, which equaled out to be more than $500,000. And she would also be accused of stealing $20,000 worth of jewelry at a charity fashion show during New York Fashion Week.